Hi everybody, Nicole Carpenter here. Today I have been thinking about talents and weaknesses actually. And for those of you who are familiar with MOMentity.com, that is a place where women and moms can come who feel lost or overwhelmed in motherhood, when they can come for support. And we help them embrace their dreams, but even before then, we help them connect with their identity. And in that process of connecting with your identity, it's really important to understand your strengths and your weaknesses. And I think that this is something that can really spiral out of control, especially in the day and age that we live. Now, this has been a problem for me personally for as long as I can remember. It seems like I've always wanted to be good at something that I just wasn't, that it was just not one of my strengths. I'm really short. As an adult, I'm only 5'1", and as a kid, I was always the shortest one in the classroom. So you can imagine that the sport that I tried to be awesome at was basketball. And let's just face it, the shortest girl in the class is never going to be the star center on the basketball team. And that's exactly what I tried to do, and it pretty much failed miserably. But in addition to wanting to be a basketball star, I've also really wanted to be a singer. In fact, if I could pick any talent out there for my own, I think one of the ones that I would pick, probably the first one I would pick, would be singing. And I'm just terrible at it. I'm not good at it in any way, shape, or form. In fact, in college, I actually took private voice lessons, not to become some fabulous opera singer, but just so that I would have the confidence to sing at church. I just wanted to be able to open my hymnal at church and sing the hymns and not feel so embarrassed for myself and everyone that was sitting around me. That's how bad it is. And I can say that those voice lessons did help. And so I do feel confident singing in church, though you won't see me in the choir. And I do feel confident singing at home, though I don't do it often. And when I do, I'm usually never on key. And my kids know it. In fact, my oldest, who's almost 10, I would sing to her as she was little, but I was always so self-conscious about my voice. And so I hummed a lot. And I would hum out her favorite songs as I was tucking her in at night. And one night she said to me, "Mom, will you sing it out pretty?" And I was so touched by that, because she actually thought that my singing out loud was pretty. And so I did that night, and I continued to sing out loud much more often than I had before, because I realized that in the eyes of my children, my weaknesses are not as awful as I think they are. And the same is true for you. In the eyes of your family and your children, your weaknesses are not as terrible as you think that they are. Now, that being said, we don't want to focus on our weaknesses, because that's not how we evolve into the person that we're meant to be. In fact, my twins, who are almost 4, they don't let me sing to them at all at night. So clearly they are not as understanding and sympathetic as my daughter. They don't even let me. They stop me right there in the first verse. So they clearly understand what Mom isn't good at. But hopefully they also understand what Mom is good at. And as mothers, it's important for us to understand our weaknesses and to know that we can be happy and positive in those weaknesses, but that it's also really important for us to focus on our strengths. And when we focus on our strengths, then we can grow into the people that we are meant to be. So I never did find my voice as a singer, but I have been able to find my voice as a person and be able to live my purpose and help others through MOMentity and other avenues. So I am able to tap into my talents and grow as a person, and I want you to be able to do the same. I want you to be able to focus on your talents and know that you are your true self, that you're living up to your full potential as a person and as a mother, because you've embraced your talents. And that's not always an easy thing to do, but maybe these questions can help. So here are some questions that you can ask yourself to see if you know what your talents are. What are you really good at doing? What do other people tell you that you're good at doing? What seems really easy for you to do, but hard for others to do? Sometimes our talents come so natural to us that we don't even realize that they're talents, because we have no idea how difficult that is for someone else to do. What would you do for free? If you had all day to do anything, what would you do? What brings you joy? You've been created for joy, and you've been sent here on earth with specific gifts and talents unique to you. And I promise that if you can tap into those gifts and talents, you will be able to find so much joy in your life and to live up to your potential as a person and as a mother. And that's what we're all about at MOMentity, is helping our moms to reach their full potential. That doesn't mean perfect. It just means becoming their best self. Thank you so much for your time today, and I really hope that you can focus on your talents this week and see the joy that that can bring you. Thanks so much. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.